as well as Michael Caputo, a former Trump campaign aide who has been interviewed by special counsel Robert Mueller's team. Gentlemen, it's great to have you both on tonight. Thank you so much for joining us. Carter, let's start with you. You had a lot of contact with this informant, whatever we want to call him, informant, spy, mole. And I want to read one of the emails that he sent to you that was released by, I think it was Daily Caller, got this initially. Dear Carter, I thought I'd write as the summer wears on to ask how you are and what your plans are at this point. It seems attention has shifted a bit from the collusion investigation to the contempt, of course he misspelled it, within the White House, and how or if Mr. Scaramucci will be accommodated there. I must assume this gives you some relief. We're here in Virginia, et cetera, et cetera. Be in touch when you have the time. Would be great to catch up. We're not mentioning the informant's name, but Carter, when did you first meet this informant that we now know as an informant? And just briefly tell us about that exchange.
Well, again, similar to you in terms of being cautious about identity, I have also, I never knew anything about the person I was speaking with, who's a university professor at Cambridge in the UK at the time. I was invited to participate in a conference in July of 2016, and everything seemed totally normal. So, and frankly, I've been falsely accused myself, and we'll see what happens in terms of, as further details come out. But based on everything I've seen thus far, we still don't have any information. So there's been a lot of
we know he was paid $1 million over 5 years, pretty good money, as a consultant or researcher. But you're right. Well, we shall see. But question, Carter, before we go on to Michael, who started the conversation? How did the date begin? Sorry, but did he approach you? Did he mention Russia collusion first? How did it go down?
We had. It was a multi-day conference, and there were scholars and people from government, both from the United Kingdom.
I know, but stay focused with me, Carter. Yeah. Did he approach you first? Did you approach him? How did you first start speaking?
I don't even recall. We spent a couple days together, and there
was days together.
Well, yeah, it was a long event over several days, and
right. But there were a lot of what I'm saying is there were a lot of scholars there, and you have to know the process of grooming someone. When someone is an informant, they don't just go up to someone and say, "Hey, I want to plant information on you or find out what you have." You try to win someone's trust over. That's how it goes.
I never felt groomed. So if he's good at doing that, then perhaps that's part of the game.
But you don't know. Standing here, right? You don't know who mentioned the Russia collusion issue first.
I can't even remember. I think Russia was in the news, and I think a lot of politics sort of revolves around various news events, and so these various stories came up. Again, we stayed in touch for over a year, and while
looking back on it, Carter, I'm sorry to interrupt, but we're limited time. Looking back on it, does anything seem odd, or just how you know something now, you're like, oh, maybe that was a little odd, or any other contacts you had with any other people that seem now, in retrospect, given what we know now, odd, out of the ordinary, or maybe in some way improper?
Well, I tend to give people the benefit of the doubt, and we'll see. Maybe this individual who we're talking about might have been a little bit nicer than I might otherwise have expected. Although, we were talking about all of the abuses that were happening with this dodgy dossier, which was first debuted in September 2016 as a way of damaging the Trump campaign and basically destroying myself. And so, and he always seemed very sympathetic about that. So again, we'll see. I like to give people the benefit of the doubt. People that know him in Washington, in senior circles that I've spoken with afterwards, say, he seemed like a pretty decent guy. So I give.
That would be the perfect person to use for. Maybe I'm just cynical, been around Washington too long. Carter, if only they gave you the benefit of the doubt, like you're giving other people the benefit of the doubt. Michael, let's go to you. You've been through the meat grinder at the Mueller investigation. He has the legal eagles all these really highly skilled interviewers, prosecutors on his side. Many of them, not all of them, but many of them, I believe, have a built-in